ora. So my particular worry with regards to this election is really the relationship between the Māori Party and the Labour Māori caucus, and of course the Labour Party as a whole. It strikes me as a kind of external observer with no particular special knowledge of the people involved, that there's a particular rancour, a particular difficulty in the relationship between Māori MPs in the Labour Party and Māori MPs in the Māori Party, and perhaps within the wider party hierarchy as well. There's a lot of evidence for this, of course. The Māori Party was born out of the foreshore and seabed debacle in 2004, 2005. So it's unsurprising, but that rancour, and the rancour which of course saw Helen Clark back then say that the Māori Party, when it was born, was to be the last cab off the rank, was repeated by Andrew Little in February of this year, when he too said the Māori Party is to be the last cab off the rank, at around the same time that he said that the Māori Party was not a true kaupapa Māori party. Now at the time there was quite a bit of controversy, you know, how dare a Pākehā man say this about a Māori organisation such as the Māori Party. And I thought that too, until I realised that there were several comments being made by Labour Māori caucus MPs and candidates about the Māori Party that seemed to me to be pretty much saying the same thing. So there were quite a few comments along the lines of, you know, the Māori Party is a nodding head dog, or a lap dog. That was one of the things Kelvin Davis said, and Meka Whaitiri, that, you know, there is a particular craven position that the Māori Party occupies. And I think that doesn't help for the relationship between the two, if it should be that the Labour Party wins the position to be able to make a coalition government after September. So there's problems with that relationship, and I think even just recently on Sunday there was an article that Tamati Coffey published with I Tangata magazine where he throws great shade at the Māori Party, saying that the Māori Party has damaged Māori politics, and other comments along the lines of Tūroro Flavel and Marama Fox doing this kind of damage to Māori politics in New Zealand. And I kind of think with that backdrop that there's a real risk for the relationship should they have to work together in some kind of coalition deal after the election. And last night I heard Marama Fox, when she was questioned on Checkpoint, I think it was, she was asked, you know, this lack of trust that you might have between Māori Party and the Labour Party, is it the same with the National Party? And she said, oh, of course. I'm not so sure that's true. I think there are better relationships, actually. I don't know that for sure, but I suspect that when the history books are written and there's this period of politics in New Zealand is transcribed, I think that that will be one of the outcomes, is that there are better relationships with the National Party, whether or not that plays well for the Māori Party in the future. So that's my biggest concern. What is the relationship going to be like?